Hey guys, welcome back for my very first what sold / packing video for Easter weekend 2025. Follow along as I pack it up and let you know what's sold. Okay, next up here is two Mad Catz controllers. They are, I think, for PlayStation something or other. Yeah. Anyway, oops. I had those for about probably 2 years. They didn't take up much space. They're in my inventory. It sold for $12 plus shipping, and we're gonna pack them up. Alright, they fit into an 864, and they're exactly 16 ounces. So, yep, a little bit of bubble, a little bit of packing paper. There you go. Here's what I do when I'm packing and I have a lot of things. I will just put controllers and 16 ounce. And if I have more than one controller, I'll put what type of controller, and that'll sort it out. Next up, we have this ERTL Dallas Cowboys panel van bank. It's a little used thing. Came in a lot at an auction. I think I paid $21 for the lot, and I got actually some Cowboys merch of my own that I'm going to be keeping because I'm a Cowboys fan. I like torture. So, anyway, this one I didn't want to keep. I just listed, and I got $10 plus shipping. I don't include these an awful lot, but sometimes I do. I've had bad luck including these with large items, but smaller items, it's not so bad. So it's just a little weird thing with me. Every time I put one of these in a bigger item that I ship, it seems to come back. So I never do that with big items anymore. But anyway, since it's Cowboys, go Cowboys. Thank you, Gina. Alright, next we have a Kangol Tropic hat. It's bright green, and I got $19.80 for it. I priced them at $22. It was an offer, so I took it. And yeah. Okay, normally my hats, like, baseball caps and things like that, will go into a box. I'll put them in an 8x6x4, and it just fits well. But this obviously is a different shape hat. So what I'm going to do with this, I figured out this works pretty well. I'm sorry, I'm filming with my phone, so I'm going to be doing this one-handed if I can. I put them in a poly bag. Well, I can't do this one-handed. Okay, I had the wrong size poly bag. So anyway, I put it in a poly bag like this. Since it's a flat cloth cap, I'm going to take this box and I'm going to cut it here and here. And then I'm going to put it in between the two. Well, you get the idea. I'm going to put it in between the two, and it'll have cardboard protection, and use a poly around it. And it's about 7 ounces, which is about the weight of a regular hat. And it works out. Alright, this is what I was talking about. I cut the box in the two spots, and I'll just put this like this. Let's get some air in there. Get the air out. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. And then this side, the long side will go on the short side. Kind of like that. Anyway, it'll end up looking like this, and I'm going to tape it. I'll show you in a minute. Alright, anyway. I put the hat in the middle with a poly bag, and I tape the box just like this, and I'm going to put this in a eBay poly bag. Yes, I do use the eBay tape, but it's only inside the package. So it's kind of like it holds bubble wrap, things like that. It's just my extra tape. When I'm taping the outside of the box, it's generally 3-inch tape or 2-inch tape for smaller boxes. So I have 2 of them. I have my little dispenser here, and this is like paper tape type stuff. Got some scotch tape. That's my little setup. Here we go. Fit really nicely into a medium eBay poly bag, and it is 7 ounces. I have 2 green Kangol hats, so I put 7-ounce Kangol bright green, and it's ready to go get the label printed in a little while. My next one is also a Kangol green, but it's a pea green, so I'm gonna do the same thing, and yeah. And here we go with that Kangol pea green, same way. Okay, next up is a pair of Johnson & Murphy blue, like suede type woven leather shoes. And how I pack those is I'm going to put some paper into the toes so it kind of keeps its form. And then I'm going to bag them. And normally, like, I got $30 for them, so they're kind of the lower end of the type of shoes. I will put them in one bag. If they're higher dollar, they each get a bag. And then I got a 14 by 10 by 6 size box that is pretty good for shoes. I bought a pack of them when I bought all the shoes at the auction. So that's what I'm using for now. And we do have 3 pairs of shoes to pack today, so yeah, I will come back and show you. All right, see, I got the tissue paper stuffed into the toe, and here's the first one in the bag, and I will just turn this one over. This is awkward to do with one hand. And get it in there, and there, it's a pair of shoes and a poly bag, protected from moisture. It's okay, baby. She barks at supplies. Is it moving? Is it moving on its own? She's guarding the supplies. Alright, this is how the shoes fit into this 1610 6 box. I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's a pretty good fit. There's a little room. I put some packing paper, and they're nice and secure. They're clean. Yeah, they arrived pretty well. Haven't had any complaints so far. And here we go. They're in this box. It's the 1610 6, which is a little bit of an overkill for this type of shoe. But a lot of what I got in that lot are work boots and bigger like shoes. There's some Doc Martens, and then there's Wolverine work boots and things like that, which fit really well in this box. So I just went with, you know, it'll be a little oversized for some shoes, but the most part, it'll fit all of what I got. Point in case. The next one is these water-resistant tan work boots, Wolverine, and I got $89.10 for them. I had them, I think, priced at $99, and it was like a 10% offer. They sold pretty quickly. I'm fairly happy with this. I just listed them last week, so that's a pretty good turnover. All right, like I said before, each boot will get its own bag, and I'm going to just place them in here. I'll put a little packing paper in this box. And this is going to be a little bit more of a tight fit. I know I need to turn the camera. I'm used to filming for TikTok at this point, so I'm not filming right for eBay. This is even going to be a tight squeeze on these large boots, but they do fit in the box, if you'll see. So anyway, I'm going to put a little more packing paper, and they will be nice and secure. This is the biggest pair of shoes I have from that lot, I think, so yep. Anyway. Okay, next up are these Ophios, something, I don't know how to pronounce it, never heard of it before. They are men's, basically surgical recovery shoes. They're in pretty good shape, and I got, I believe, $35 plus shipping. I'll have to double check. Yeah, these are going to be a little bit overkill for this box, but we'll just put a little extra packing paper. It's not going to weigh that much, so it'll be alright. I'm going to pack them the same way. I've got the tissue paper in them already. Alright, here we go. Got them in the bag. Got tissue paper. Normally I will clean bottoms of shoes off a little bit better than this. When I was listening to this day, I had done like 12 pairs of shoes, and I was tired of cleaning the bottoms of shoes. So I just kind of wiped them off, the excess dirt, brushed it off a little bit, and listed them, and they sold just fine. So I might be reevaluating how I do that, because shoes are gross, to be honest. These were in really good shape. This lot that I've got in really good shape. These are maybe the worst. So anyway, little packing paper around it, and it'll make up for the extra space, and we'll get it shipped. Next up, we have another pair of shoes. I actually sold 4, not 3. I didn't realize that. The Keen Unique men's water sandals, and I got $31.50 plus shipping for them. It was an offer. Yeah, they're in really good shape. I don't think the guy even wore them like maybe once or twice. But anyway, really good shape. $31.50, and we're going to pack them the same way. And same thing, a couple of pieces of tissue paper to keep the form, put them in a poly bag together. These actually fit side by side. And a little bit of packing paper on the bottom, put a little on the top, seal it up, and we're good to go. Next up, we have a vintage Northwest Company tailgater throw blanket. It's for Philadelphia Eagles, obviously. I don't know why this guy had a random Eagles thing in his lot of cowboy stuff, but it came there. I said, hey, I'll sell it. I did put Super Bowl champs in the title, and I got a message. Had it listed for $19.99 plus shipping because it's used. I threw it in the washer, so it's clean. But he asked for $25 free shipping. I said, absolutely. I changed the listing for him. He bought it right away. He was happy. So we're shipping that out next. It's just going to go into a poly bag, just like this, and we're good to go. I gotta see if it'll fit a medium. It might. It probably will For the medium eBay poly bag. I don't remember the measurements on this. I just have them in my medium drawer. Anyway, that's about it. Yep, fit perfectly in the medium poly, and it came right out to 16 ounces. So we got the blanket. There you go. Next up is this Chaps leather belt. It was some of the extra stuff that came in the lots of shoes. I was bidding for the shoes, but it came with a bunch of belts. Some of them are really nice quality, and others are just, you know, so-so, but they're in really good shape. So, you know, of course I'm going to list it. I got $9.90. It was a 10% off offer that I was sending out over the weekend, plus shipping, obviously. And yeah, I'm going to pack it up. Now, for packing up belts, I haven't found the greatest method in the world, but so far, this is how I've been doing it. I will roll the belt really, really well, as tight as I can get it, put it in a small poly bag, and then put it in the smallest box I have just to protect it. So I'll show you in just a second. All right. See, got it rolled up about like this. I'm going to put it in this poly bag. It's a very small one. I think it's a 6x8 poly bag. And it'll go in a 6x4x4 box. There you go. I got it rolled up in the bag. See, to me, things like this is about presentation. The customer is going to be pretty happy with this because there's no way it could get like water damage or anything. And I've got my 644 box. It's going to fit just right, probably about like that. And I'm going to include tissue paper. So they're going to think that I took some time to care about their purchase. Even though it was less than $10, it's okay. You know, that was just a little extra belt. And there we go. There's the finished belt. 8 ounces with the little box and everything. Not too big of a deal. And last we have this little American flag eagle push button lighter. It pops up like that. Little push button lighter. I've had this for quite a while. I think I had the lighter a lot several years ago. They didn't sell too well. I kind of made a bad purchase, you know. But hey, that happens in reselling. I got $6.99 plus shipping, which is actually pretty good for the lighters. So it's just been sitting around, taking up space, and we're gonna ship it off. Okay, if you ever worked at a sandwich shop, this is basically wrapping a sandwich. I worked at Subway for a few days. Way back after high school. But anyway, I just wrap it up with bubble, and I kind of fold it over, wrap it up, fold it over some more, and got my little lighter sandwich. And it's going to go in the poly. It'll probably go in like that. It'll have an extra layer of bubble. It's going to be just fine. There we go. Super protected, and it only came out to 3 ounces. So we're good to go. And I think that's the last item. I did pack some before I started recording. Let's see. This was a Craftsman leaf blower bag that was brand new. And I got it packed up. It's 10 ounces. I think I got, oh man, I don't even remember. I think it was $19.99 plus shipping. So that's pretty good. I packed up a Snow White snow globe from Poshmark. This was my only Poshmark sale of the weekend. It was Snow White. It's like 3 pounds and something, but Poshmark, if it's under 5 pounds, they've already printed the label and everything. I don't have to worry about that. So I didn't write a weight on that. I had a Marvel card sell. It's eBay standard envelope, and this is what I'm using for now. I know some people have had some problems with that, but I don't have anything else to pack them in at the moment. I'm going to have to figure something else out once these run out. And I sell them so infrequently that I really haven't had an issue with. I just have this lot of cards that are just sitting in a notebook. I think I paid $50 for them probably last summer, so it's coming up on a year, but not quite. And I sell them occasionally. I put them in a penny sleeve, and then I forget what it's a little hard plastic sleeve, and put them in this, and they're good to go. I haven't had a problem. All right, this was the last item. This was the NFL Pro 1145 football or something. It did not have a very good bladder inside. It's all crumbly, but I still got $30 for it. So it was like $29 free shipping. Yeah, sold pretty well. It was listed last week and sold this weekend. So that's about it. I will show you the labels in a little bit. I try to print them all up at once, and what I do putting the labels on is I go by their last name because I still don't sell a whole lot. This is 15 packages, so there's not a whole lot of chance that somebody's gonna have the same last name, but I do double check as I go through. I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, when you're going to print the labels in bulk like this, the eBay standard envelope comes out like this, and it'll print sideways, kind of like a postcard. And the regular label is like this. So, yeah. Let's see here. Print. Print. And here we go. This is my favorite part. Was 15 labels from eBay. I had 16 sales total between eBay and Poshmark. None on Macquarie, none on Etsy, and Bonanza is no more. I quit Bonanza because of the fee structure. But anyway, that's about it. I'm going to put them on the packages. What I do is I go back to this page that I kept, you know, the one where it says print the labels and everything after you've purchased, and I will match up the person's name. You can see it'll tell you, like, it's kind of covering it there. It'll say what it is, what the item is, and then it'll show the last name. And on the packages, I wrote what each item is. So, for example, when we get to the controllers, I know that this is controllers and what type it is. So when I get down there, it'll say the person's last name. I'll look it up on the label. I'll match the label to the address and put it on the package. And that's how I prevent messing up the labels. I've done it a few times still when, you know, you're not feeling good, you're not thinking about it or something, inadvertently do it. So that's why it's important to write what is in the package, how much it weighs, that you can check with that too. Some people do it by zip code. That's too much for me. That's it for today. I guess I'll maybe make another video later. We'll see how this does. I don't know. I also include these right on the address label. It's thank you for supporting my small business. I got these, I think, from Temu, however you want to say it. I think it was maybe $6, and I've got probably 6 or 8 rolls of like 200, and I have yet to run out. That was a couple years ago when Temu first started being a thing. So I used to do business cards. It honestly is just not worth it. It was exciting at first. If you want to do it because it makes you feel good about your business, but once you get, you know, into it a couple years, it's not quite that exciting. It's more, ooh, I've spent money that I don't really have to spend. So do it at first. Make yourself feel good. Get your little pin. I got a pin that has my little business name on it, and it just made me feel good. So feel good about yourself. Do it. Be happy. And then go from there. If you don't want to do it again, don't do it again. You can always change. You can always, you know, change whatever you do. Change it up. Make it work for yourself. And don't feel bad about it. If it makes you happy, do it. Because that's part of this. You got to stay happy. You got to stay positive where you want to actually do the work. Because doing the work is what gets the sales. Yeah. Little Stinker wants to say that she's thankful for you watching our videos. Yes, there is. She said, thank you. I help my mama pack. And we do a good job. I'm a good little helper. She wants down.